If you feel late, what can catch you up? If you feel behind, what will push you ahead? If fear always stops you and pulls you into ruts, what will restart you and push you out? I propose two words that conveniently title this book: Start Poorly. Sidestep perfection and give yourself permission to be terrible at something. By starting, you take action. By starting, you are doing something about the gap that exists between where you are and where you want to be. By starting, you put yourself in the driver's seat. You become the master of your own destiny. By starting, you begin dictating the terms and taking control. By starting poorly, you do not have to be a pro. You don't have to even be all that good at it. By starting poorly, you cut fear off at its knees. Since fear often presents us with many conflicting headlines, we should consider starting poorly as a strategic advantage. This approach allows us to harness the potential of embracing imperfection. Fear says, you lack the skill and talent to do this. Starting poorly says, I know, I'm just getting started. Fear then shifts gears and says, well, if you're going to do this, you need to pick this up quickly. Starting poorly says, I don't have to be any good at this. I just started and I can go at any pace I like. Fear says, even if you start, you'll never be as good as them. Starting poorly says, I'm not them. They've been doing this for a long time. We often make the mistake of comparing our beginnings to someone else's long-established success. Never compare your beginning to someone else's middle. Fear wants you to freeze with hesitation. Starting poorly says, there's no need to hesitate. I'm just taking a small step. Fear says, if you start, you have to be perfect and you cannot miss a day. If you miss a day working on your goal, then you aren't really dedicated. Starting poorly says, if I miss a day, I can pick it back up tomorrow. Starting poorly allows you to sidestep perfection to chase your dreams, complete your goals, and develop your habits. Perfection can wait. Fear attacks from multiple sides in multiple ways, ready to serve you the meal of the day. Starting poorly declaws fear by taking simple steps 1 minute at a time at the pace that you decide. Fear also wants to weigh in on your commitment level. Fear says, if you are not sold out to working on your goal at least 5 hours a day, then you're not committed. Nope. A poor start means I can start by only dedicating 15 minutes a day if I want to. Maybe just 5 minutes. It's a poor start after all, but it's still a start. The fear court is ready to serve you with multiple options to choose from, but start poorly packs its own lunch. Two-time Oscar winner Denzel Washington, in his widely shared commencement address at Dillard University, advised the graduates to fail big. Fail big. You only live once. Do what you are passionate about. Don't just aspire to make a living, aspire to make a difference. He concludes by telling the graduates to fall forward. Dreams that have no path planned toward them are just dreams and will only fuel disappointment. In another address, Washington notes how Baseball Hall of Famer Reggie Jackson struck out 2,600 times in his career, the most in the history of baseball. But we don't remember him for his strikeouts. We remember him for his home runs. Thomas Edison conducted over 2,000 failed experiments before making the light bulb work. Yet we do not remember his multiple failures, but this one great success. Each failure was a fall forward. Starting poorly is not just a fall forward, but also a fail forward. It's about learning from trying, failing, and picking yourself up to try again. It's the first small, imperfect step toward the goal or dream you've always had. Entrepreneur and founder of Spanx, Sara Blakely, on failure. When my brother and I were growing up, my father would encourage us to fail. We'd sit around the dinner table and he'd ask, "What did you guys fail at this week?" If we had nothing to tell him, he'd be disappointed. The logic seemed counterintuitive, but it worked beautifully. She goes on to say, he knew that many people become paralyzed by the fear of failure. They're constantly afraid of what others will think if they don't do a great job, and as a result, take no risks. My father wanted us to try everything and feel free to push the envelope. His attitude taught me to define failure not as failing to achieve the right outcome, but as not trying something I want to do. You only fail when you refuse to start poorly. With 3 kids in the house, we have a closet full of board games. One of the games in the rotation is Chutes and Ladders. Chutes and Ladders is a game with 100 ascending squares and a spinner ranging from 1 to 6. Throughout the board are ladders that allow you to climb higher, bypassing multiple squares, and chutes that drop you down sometimes 10 to 20 squares. The first player to reach the top wins. Mathematically, it is possible to never finish a game and be stuck in the chute and ladder loop forever. But of all the games I've played, I have always finished. Every time I played, I reached the end. The only occasion I didn't was when a kid got upset and threw a fit and quit. It happens. Life is a lot like a game of chutes and ladders, and so are your goals. While it may seem like you could be stuck in this endless loop of moving forward only to have major setbacks, as long as you don't quit, you will reach the top. You will have days working toward your goal like ladders where time flies by and your progress is energizing and fruitful. You'll run the mile faster, break a creative block, get lots of views on a video you just made, or bring on multiple new clients. While other days will be like chutes and you feel a regression. The mile is slower, you have a cheat day and you feel awful the next. You stare at the flashing prompt on your Word document and have nothing to write. We've all been there. Start poorly. Hit the spinner. When you hit the spinner, you will always move forward. Don't give up. You will get there. Even if you land on one every time, you will reach the top. In their book Streaking, Jeff and Jamie Downs highlight that one key factor in maintaining a habit streak is to make the goal or action laughably simple. Their advice is to start with embarrassingly small goals and gradually increase them over time, if necessary. Kayla Croft from Mommy Millionaires calls these messy, immediate actions. Small steps help you improve gradually and move a bit further. For instance, practicing the piano for just 5 extra minutes each day adds up to 30 hours of extra practice by the end of the year. Similarly, saving $5 a week amounts to $260 by year's end. Keep it simple, keep it small. Laughably simple, embarrassingly small goals, and messy, immediate actions all drink from the same fountain as start poorly. Your actions and steps don't have to be pretty, don't have to be precise. That can all wait until much later. Progress beats perfection every time. For now, face the direction you want to go, stumble, fail forward, and start poorly.